President Donald Trump's renewed push to assert U.S. influence over Greenland has sent shockwaves through transatlantic relations, fracturing the tone of a long-standing alliance between Washington and Europe. In the wake of Trump's aggressive stance on Greenland, the European Union is now openly signaling its readiness to strike back with economic measures. According to a report by the Financial Times, European capitals are discussing the possibility of imposing tariffs worth up to €93 billion, or roughly $107.7 billion, on U.S. goods, a move that would mark one of the most significant trade retaliations in years. In an EU leaders' joint statement they said, and I quote, "Tariff threats undermine transatlantic relations and risk a dangerous downward spiral. We are committed to upholding our sovereignty," unquote. European leaders have strongly condemned the proposed US tariffs, calling them a form of economic coercion and even describing the move as political blackmail. In response, EU diplomats convened an emergency meeting on Sunday to discuss possible countermeasures against Washington's actions. Among the options on the table is a proposal to revive previously suspended counter-tariffs, targeting as much as €93 billion worth of American goods. These retaliatory tariffs would focus on key US exports, including cars, industrial machinery, and a wide range of food and beverage products. Donald Trump has officially declared a new trade war, this time over Greenland. Starting February 1st, a 10% tariff will take effect on 8 NATO member states. Trump has also threatened to raise those tariffs to 25% by June if Europe refuses to sell. The countries in the crosshairs include Denmark, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Sweden, Norway, Finland, and the Netherlands. European leaders have slammed the move, calling it wrong and unacceptable. Several officials have gone further, describing the action as outright blackmail. French President Emmanuel Macron stood firm, declaring, "We will not be swayed." Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni warned, imposing new sanctions today would be a mistake. Sweden's Ulf Kristersson was even more direct, "We will not be blackmailed." European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen called it a dangerous downward spiral. Estonian leader Kaja Kallas remarked that China and Russia are having a field day amid the crisis. Finland's Prime Minister cautioned, "Tariffs don't serve anyone." In response, the European Union has called an emergency meeting in Brussels to decide its next move. In recent weeks, several European countries have deployed troops to Greenland, participating in joint security exercises aimed at strengthening Arctic defense cooperation. But President Donald Trump has issued a stern warning, accusing those nations of playing a dangerous game and threatening to impose additional tariffs in response. The escalating crisis is now casting serious doubt on the ratification of the EU-U.S. trade deal that was agreed upon just last summer. Leaders in the European Parliament have cautioned that, under current tensions, approving the agreement appears increasingly unlikely. Within Brussels, senior officials fear this growing dispute could undermine NATO unity and give strategic advantage to rivals such as Russia and China. The standoff underscores the mounting strain in transatlantic relations and signals a deeper challenge to the stability of the global order.